This video is for anyone who prefers quiet trips over loud parties, doesn't drink or smoke, and as a vegetarian often wonders what Goa really has to offer. People usually link Goa with nightlife, but for me, it's always been about South Goa. I have come here a few times before, and every single time I have stayed in the south. It's calmer, less crowded, and honestly feels like home. And this time I visited in July, right in the middle of monsoon. So come along with me as I take you through how Goa feels in monsoon. So we started our journey from Bangalore. The weather was cloudy, the roads were wet, and honestly the drive itself already felt so soothing. So for breakfast we stopped at A to B, nothing fancy, just idli dosa and hot filter coffee. Later near Chitradurga I had rajma rice in the car for lunch. Again nothing special but comfort food on a long drive. As we got closer to Goa, the scenery changed completely. Misty hills, endless greenery, clouds hanging so low that it felt like we were driving into them. So we finally entered Goa. Panji was just about 36 kilometers away, but classic monsoon drama. A tree had fallen on the way and there was this long traffic jam. By the evening, we finally reached our hotel. After 12 hours of road trip, just walking into that room, seeing the balcony view felt like heaven. We were so hungry, we ordered in some sandwiches, chai pakoras, and just sat in the balcony enjoying the view. After that, we took a quick nap, and then post dinner we decided to step out for a while. Benulim beach is just a few minutes away. That night, there was a full moon, soft waves, and hardly anyone around. I walked barefoot on the wet sand, and in that moment I remembered why I keep coming back to Goa, not for the crowd but for this peace, this silence. The next morning was slow, just me, a cup of green tea, sitting on the balcony, and the weather. 1 minute cloudy, the next heavy rain, and then suddenly bright again. Goa in monsoon is unpredictable but in the most beautiful way. As usual, we were getting late, so we quickly headed for the breakfast. I had some South Indian food, idli dosa, and also grabbed a sandwich. While getting ready, I realized every trip morning looks the same. Clothes all over the bed, me trying to decide what to wear in 5 minutes and still somehow running late. But honestly, that's the fun of trips. You never really get ready on time, but you always make it to the plan. So one of the really interesting stops on our trip was Bigfoot. It's not just a museum, it's more like a cultural experience. The moment you enter, they play this pre-recorded story that walks you through the history and everyday life of Goa. And the visuals are so immersive that you almost feel transported back in time. You get to see how people lived, the kind of houses they stayed in, and even traditional Goan dresses and statues that really capture the old world charm. There's an entire section dedicated to showcasing Goan lifestyle, from their unique jewelry to household items, and it's presented in such a way that even kids would find it engaging and fun. One of my favorite part was the art cottage. It's filled with beautiful handcrafted Goan jewelry, art and souvenirs. Of course, we couldn't resist picking up a fridge magnet to take a little piece of Goa with us. After this, we headed to Kabodarama Fort, also called Kambodhara Fort. It's one of the oldest forts in Goa with stories that go back centuries, changing hands between Hindu rulers, the Portuguese and even the British. But today, it's less about the history and more about the view. From the top, you get this unreal view, the Arabian Sea on one side and endless greenery on the other. After Kabodarama Fort, we stopped at the Mill Cafe for a quick break. I ordered a cappuccino and a burger, and honestly, it was just what I needed after all that travel. Such a cozy place. If you are ever around here, you should definitely stop by. From there, we headed straight to Kolva Beach, planning to catch the evening by the water. By the time we reached, the sun was setting and the whole place had this easy, laid-back vibe. The breeze was soft, people were out walking, kids were playing. It just felt so alive. I kicked off my slippers, walked barefoot on the sand and played around with waves. At one point, I was running like a kid, just enjoying the moment, and then I saw this dog sitting by the shore. It somehow made the whole evening feel even more perfect. Next morning, I woke up to such a beautiful view, the kind where the air just feels fresher and time slows down a little. I made myself a cup of green tea and sat by the balcony just watching the morning unfold. Honestly, I was just thinking how peaceful Goa feels in the mornings. After a while, we headed for breakfast. I had a hot cup of tea and some soft idlis with sambar. Simple, comforting, and honestly the perfect start to the day. Okay, now it's time to get ready, and for today, I have chosen this floral dress. I love it so much, it just feels perfect for Goa's vibe. So, today we are planning to head towards North Goa. I usually don't prefer going there because it's too crowded, but this time I just wanted to see it for a change. So we are planning to do a bit of local shopping in the markets first and then head to the beaches to just relax and spend some time there. It had started raining by the time we reached Kalangot beach, so we just sat inside the car munching on some snacks and waiting for it to stop. Finally, when the rain slowed down after 40 minutes, we stepped out and went for a little market spree. I really spotted some cute crochet tops, trendy bags, and these pretty shell bracelets. Couldn't resist buying one for myself. We strolled around for a bit, picked up some accessories, and then headed back to the beach. Surprisingly, it wasn't too crowded, but the waves were really high, so we just enjoyed the view for some time. By then, we were super hungry, so we went to the famous burger factory. Though, as a vegetarian, the options were limited. I tried their spinach mushroom and blue cheese burger, while we also ordered the chickpea and carrot one, and honestly, they were both delicious, definitely worth a try. Just outside the burger factory, I found another shop full of gorgeous crochet tops and dresses. I ended up picking one in blue and orange combo along with a few more accessories. From there, we drove to the popular Parra Road. We walked around for a while, soaking in the calm vibe, and by evening we headed to Thalassa. I had heard so much about it and even changed in the car to get a little party ready, but honestly it was disappointing. The staff wasn't welcoming, the parking was a mess. So we left from there, and on the way back it started pouring cats and dogs. We had to stop by the roadside for a while until it slowed down. After almost half an hour, we managed to drive back to our hotel. By then we were exhausted, so we just had some warm soup and dinner at the restaurant and called it a night. And just like that, it was already the last morning. I quickly grabbed some breakfast and then started packing my bags. Honestly, that's always the hardest part of any trip. While folding everything back, I couldn't help but think how fast these days in Goa just flew by. From the rains to the beaches to all those little market finds, everything felt so refreshing. Trips like this really remind me how much I love taking a pause from routine life. With the bags packed and the car waiting, it was finally time to say goodbye to Goa, but definitely carrying back a lot of memories with me.